Hello, I'm Kevin McLean. I'm from the Livestock Information Programme and I'm the Programme Manager.
Hello, I'm Mark Matthews. I'm also from the programme and I'm the Digital and Technology Lead.
So for this session, Mark's going to ask me a series of questions and I'll try and answer them as best I can back to you. So Mark, what's the first question?
Why are we not taking the existing services and just enhancing them or fixing where the problems are?
Okay, so there's lots of advantages to sticking with the current approach because basically they kind of work. The industry knows how they work and some of you like some elements of the service. BCMS, for example, gets a really good review. But the underpinnings of the existing services are pretty broken. The technology is really old and actually the bigger thing for us is there's a wider opportunity here to do something different and to benefit more people. So first off, we want to make sure that we're better at tracing where the animals are to tackle disease. It's a major problem for us, as you know, if we currently get a disease outbreak, to find the animals quickly enough. Secondly, we think there's a big opportunity to give you back some value from the data that you give us. So we really value the data, but at the moment, we don't give you any back. So what we want to make sure is that the industry, you as an individual farmer and the industry as a whole, get some benefit from the data that you give us. So that involves an entirely new way of working and a new service. And we also want to do a single service for all species, particularly for those of you who have more than one kind of animal on your farm.
So that's quite an ambitious thing. How are we going to deliver this?
One of the things that you'll notice about the Livestock Information Programme is it doesn't look quite like other government programmes. For a start, we're working really closely with the livestock industry. We know that's the only way this can work, and so does the livestock industry. So we've got a group that works with us at a senior level, the Traceability Design User Group. If you like, they're the great and the good from the livestock industry and the meat processing industry. But we're also working directly with farmers, and I'll say a bit more about that later. In terms of the UK, we need to make sure all of this works across the UK, even though Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland are all doing their own thing on traceability. So we're working together to make sure that we can still operate as the UK to get new markets for international markets for our meat products, and also to make sure that we collectively can tackle those disease outbreaks. On the government side, we're making sure that we use the information you give us really well and that we can design a service that actually tackles some of the core problems that you expect the government to deal with.
So this isn't obviously an IT project, but you need quite a big team. What's the breakdown of the structure to help you deliver this programme?
Yeah, again, there's lots of different people and different kinds of people involved in the team. So we've got a group of policy experts because we'll need to change some regulations and change some laws to make this new system as easy as possible to use. For example, maybe taking some of the paper out of the system. We're working with the industry, not just at the level of the Traceability Design User Group that I talked about before, but also we've got industry experts embedded in the team working with us every day to make sure that we're really aligning ourselves with the industry. We've got a commercial team making sure that where we buy stuff, for example the IT engine that we're going to buy, that we do so in the right way so that we're fair to all the potential suppliers and that we get really good value for taxpayers' money. We're also working with a group called Service Design Group, and their job is to make sure that they work with you, the farmer, to design the right service that fits best with the way you work, and I'll talk a bit more about that later. Technology, obviously Mark's in charge of technology, and that's going to be a modern technology platform that means that in the future it'll be much easier for us to change and tweak things to address the needs of new international markets, for example. And finally, I've mentioned the current services that we're working with already.
So you talked about the need to work with farmers and keepers to make sure this service is for them. But can you go a little bit further and explain how we make sure that we really do engage and deliver something that's of value?
Yes, so lots of services are designed for a kind of one-size-fits-all, and we know that's not going to work here. We know there are lots of different kinds of farmers, large farmers, small farmers, mixed farms, all sorts of different kinds of needs out there. And we'll have a team of people who will come out and they will talk to different kinds of farmers, take what they say and build a prototype, an example of how the new service might look and behave. They'll then take that back out to all those different farmers and say, we think you said you wanted something like this, is that right? And then we'll expect the feedback from that to come back into the next version that we build. And we'll keep doing that and keep doing that until we get it right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.